Welcome back to BWO Daily, your source for news in sports entertainment and the world of professional wrestling from your boys at Busted Wide Open. My name is Nick Howell.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous, and that's right, Nick. Today we've got to talk about the fact that it is being reported by multiple sources that Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson are going to make Impact their home. You've got a number of people. Pro Wrestling Sheet initially announced it, and then Sportskeeda's Gary Cassidy said that they had signed a contract with Impact, or that a contract had been presented to them. We're now hearing that they have, in fact, signed it. That seems to be a little bit murky. Dave Meltzer did confirm all of that today. That being said, I haven't seen anything confirming that they've signed the contract, merely that they are in negotiations, and it's looking extremely likely that they're going to end up there. Of course, their non-compete clause ends July 18th, which is the same day as the Slammiversary pay-per-view from Impact. So, and they were teased in that Slammiversary promo package that they played a little bit ago to try and hype us up for Slammiversary. So the question is, do they show up that night, or do they show up shortly afterwards in Impact at this point? This will be Gallows' second run in Impact. He was in TNA before as a member of Aces and Eights. And this will be Anderson's first time, though. He was a New Japan boy before this. So it'll be interesting to see if they come back. Now, the one other thing about the contract that has been confirmed is that it will leave them the ability to go to New Japan, should they choose to, and should they be able to, whenever New Japan really fully reopens and whenever the airports open to get over there. So that's obviously still on the table as well. So now the question just becomes, what role will they have in Impact? And if they go back to New Japan, what role will they have there? Anderson's a founding member of the Bullet Club. Would he go back to being Bullet Club again? One would assume so.
Having Big LG and Machine Gun Karl Anderson back in Bullet Club alongside Switchblade Jay White would not be a bad thing.
That would make for a very, very fat Bullet Club indeed. That would be a stacked roster in that particular faction. So would not be mad at that. Now, there's a little twist here. Obviously, other former members of Bullet Club include the Young Bucks, and Anderson and Gallows were in the Bullet Club with AJ Styles and the Young Bucks at the same time. Karl Anderson actually tweeted out yesterday. He said, "Huge meeting with some hashtag Elite Brothers on Wednesday. Happy to easily go around some of the bullshit that they think they run the place and have some real brother conversations." So is he just stirring the pot here, or Anderson and Gallows to AEW at some point?
Is the whole Impact thing just a swerve? Is this why we haven't heard the confirmation yet? Is because it's a diversion?
I did. That is why I wanted to kind of preface that no one has said 100% for sure they've signed the contract. I think Gary Cassidy's the one who's going most out on a limb with that and saying, yes, it's signed, it's done, it's a done deal. But he's the only one who's saying that. Everyone else is like, we're pretty sure they're going to Impact. The contract is there. It's pretty much a done deal. So I'm still in the place where I'm like, okay, let's say 90% to Impact. It's not 100% yet.
I feel like Impact's got their roster, though. I don't know how.
I would argue AEW has their roster. They
do too. That's where I was going. They got their roster as well.
Impact actually might do better with having them there. I think Impact needs some bigger names. And I think those two guys would definitely flesh out their tag division, which has been – the Impact's also been rocked a little bit by this whole speaking out thing. They've lost some talent. They could use some more talent in there to kind of just right the ship, if you will. Yeah. Speaking of speaking out, NXT UK. They were supposed to release something today stating their future plans, what the upcoming plans were for NXT UK. Unfortunately, as of recording right now, Nick, we actually even waited an hour to try to get more information today, and nothing's come out yet as of 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Eastern. So we don't have any information as of this time officially from WWE on the future of NXT UK. But Lord knows plenty of speculation is out there. People are wondering
if you'll allow me to put my tinfoil hat on for a moment.
All right, brace yourselves.
If you go and look at the NXT brand Twitter account, you'll see that they're pretty active on a daily basis for the since they've been around. The last show that they did last week was a tribute to Pete Dunne, replay of sorts of the various matches between Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And the last time that they sent out a tweet was 5 days ago. So I'm just saying, unfortunately, things are pointing in a bad direction for NXT UK. Ian, I want to let you chime in there as well, but this is pure speculation. I have no confirmed things. This is just from looking at what their social media activity has hard stopped. And when that happens, that's usually because somebody has been told to stop. Right. And from a corporate perspective, there's been no more communications being sent out until they release the official announcement. So this is
a Nick TinFoilTake on NXT UK right there. From what I understand, because you do have Tom Collahue of Sportskeeda saying that they may be looking down to shut down NXT UK as a result of these allegations, the fact that the British wrestling scene in general has kind of had its good name dragged through the mud on this.
Yeah.
But over on TalkSport, they're saying they've got WWE sources that say that there's no way that they're going to shutter NXT UK. It's their biggest initial foray into other countries, secondary promotions, that kind of thing. And they want to do more like them. If this goes away, it's a huge step back for them. Also in consideration here, WWE has a TV contract with BT Sport. So they've got to fulfill their obligations for that. And if they don't, they could be in a bit of hot water. So again, looking at TalkSport for a lot of this stuff. So at this point, I'd say it's still fairly up in the air what they want to do with NXT UK. I actually was speculating that their release today was going to be telling us when they were going to start filming again, saying, oh, well, we're going to try to film some stuff in, say, August. Obviously, the situation, the scenario, if you will, is different in the UK than it is in the US right now in terms of the pandemic. So they might actually have more flexibility over there to put up some plastic barriers and actually have some matches. So again, unfortunately, as of the time of this recording, we don't have the information, but that's the information that's out there right now as far as NXT UK and its future and whether it will be around at all. So stay tuned for that. We'll have more. Obviously, we will have our regular show today going over Raw. We'll probably, if we find out by then, we will throw that information on that show. So stick around, check us out on YouTube, and watch that show live or pick us up on a podcast or later on YouTube. There's lots of options. Click the little bell so you can get dinged. And you'll know when that goes up, and you can find out what happens to NXT UK. But before we go, Nick, we got to talk about some birthdays. There's a ton of wrestler birthdays today. Alicia Fox is turning 34. Happy birthday to Alicia Fox.
Man, I hope she's okay.
I'm pretty sure she's okay now. I hope. I really hope. Happy birthday to Alicia Fox.
Happy
birthday to Cody. Cody Rhodes is turning 35 today. And 1 year older, Dax Harwood is turning 36 today. So one half of the former Revival, now FTR, is turning 36, 34, 35, 36. That's cute right there. And finally, hardcore legend, Terry Funk is turning 76 today. Go watch Roadhouse or Over the Top if you want to celebrate Terry Funk a little bit today. Or go watch his match against Ric Flair in '89. Either way, go have some fun. Happy birthday, Terry Funk. Please don't do a moonsault today, dude. No. Please. And that is the news.
Well, thank you very much, Sir Ian Dangerous. I feel bad that I didn't have a litany of pyro to announce Cody Rhodes' birthday today, but we'll wait for Dynamite tomorrow night.
I'm sure he'll have his own.
Yes. Happy birthday to everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in to BWO Daily today. Make sure, as Ian said, you slam that subscribe button down below and set your bell to all so that you get notified every time we put up a new episode of BWO Daily or go live right here on the channel every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All of our social media links and Discord channel information can be found in the description down below. But my name is Nick Howell. You can find me on Twitter at DataCenterDude.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Ian Dangerous.
And we will see you guys next time.